Hello and welcome to the Back to Life 5-minute videos. We are talking about stress and anxiety. Last time we talked about stress and anxiety and subluxation. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the autonomic nervous system, and then eventually we'll see how stress and anxiety affects the body, and how the body's stress affects subluxations, which interfere with your health potential to heal and to be well, and how it gets caught in a vicious cycle. And so we're just doing this series because you see so much problems with stress and anxiety. So we're going to start our timer here. Remember all this, like everything that we talk about, the subluxation finders and forms to deal with stress, and more things about subluxations are at www.backtolifechiropracticky.com. All those buttons are on our YouTube channel. So let's start for today. So one of the things we talked about was the subluxation and how your body has electrical output, and that when you have stress that interferes with your nervous system, eventually makes you come out of alignment, which causes interference. So we're going to start talking about that. But your body is electrical, and so you want your body to be functioning properly to deal with stress and anxiety. And then you want the organs to be working properly to deal with stress and anxiety. And so chiropractic, deals with removing interference, letting your body deal with stress and anxiety, and let your organs work well. So let's see here. Hopefully I choose the right one. So this is what we're talking about. All of your healing and your electrical currents come from your brain down your spinal cord out the nerve roots. When these get out of alignment, you get interference, and then you get tissue damage, disease, and then you get symptoms. And then symptoms are stress and anxiety. But then stress to your nervous system actually causes tissue damage and symptoms. So this is why we got to stop this vicious cycle and stop the subluxation complex. And then the nice thing about chiropractic is you can find these, correct them, and then your body starts to function properly, and you'll have less stress and anxiety and less anxiety. So the main thing with stress and anxiety is it's a flight-fight mechanism. We'll go over that later, but it makes your autonomic nervous system have to work, to get out of a stressful situation. So a lot of it will speed you up to get you to fight or flight. And so the blues are the areas that speed you up in your body, that are coming from about the lower part of your neck all the way down into your lumbars, and then up in the upper part of your neck and by your occiput, and all this vagus nerves, you have the para-sympathetic, which slows you down. And so, and then in your sacral area, you have that part of the nervous system that's slowing you down. And so that's why it's important when you have stress to your body. It's going to affect your autonomic nervous system because it's a flight-fight mechanism, which we'll talk about. But that eventually will make you subluxated, which causes interference to these organs, and then makes you have health problems. And so that's why it's so important to have this in balance. And medical doctors will do this with medicines, and then chiropractic does it through adjustments and lifestyle changes. So the important thing with this is, there's 6 systems to your body: the circulatory, the glandular, the eliminative system, the structural system, nervous system, digestive system. So, and everything needs to be in balance to work properly. And sometimes it needs to be stopped, sometimes it needs to slow down to do things. So if you constantly have stress and anxiety, see how this will actually make some of the systems start to work too much. So, and there's so many different levels of stress and effects on the body, because eventually some of these systems will start to burn out. In the beginning, there's just different levels of it. So it's so important to be able to evaluate the spine, see what stages you're in, and start to work on that. So, but it's very important for this to be in balance. And so it's nice with chiropractic is that you can look at the areas, see where they go to, trace the organs back, and then start to work on that. And then we can use symptom surveys to look at the chemistry of your body. It's part of the Back to Life system. But when we can adjust this areas that are out that'll actually help with the stress and anxiety, because it actually starts to make the nervous system start to balance out, make the organs balance out. So, this is an important area. We're going to go through the stress and anxiety um, cycle, and like the mechanism of, and then see how it affects each organ system and cells, and actually look through the spinal nerve roots. So, but the real important thing with stress and anxiety, a lot of people, is the C1, where these nerves come out. They actually go to the blood supply of the head, pituitary gland, scalp, bones of the face, brain, inner and middle ear, sympathetic nervous system. And then it causes headaches, nervousness, insomnia, head colds, high blood pressure, migraine, headaches, mental conditions, nervous breakdowns, amnesia, epilepsy, chronic tiredness, and dizziness. And so, unfortunately, we're running out of time. And I think the way I'm taping this, you're probably not seeing my mouse, but C1's very top of your neck. So next time I'll try to use where we can see the mouse, or I can to go on there. But I mean, you can see where C1, this vertebrae here, needs to work properly for you to have good blood supply of the head, pituitary gland, scalp, bones of the face, brain, inner and middle ear, sympathetic nervous system, headaches, nervousness. If this is all working properly, then your body's going to deal with stress and anxiety better. But when this gets out, because you have stress and anxiety, see, this throws this out. And then this is where you get problems. So you can see where you have to keep all this in balance and then make some lifestyle changes. But the spine is a good indicator of what's going on. So, and then when this gets out, then this is the symptoms you'll get: headaches, nervousness, insomnia, head colds, high blood pressure, migraine, headaches, mental conditions, nervous breakdowns, amnesia, epilepsy, chronic tiredness, dizziness. So we'll keep continuing on with stress and anxiety. Eventually, we're trying to make this short, and because I know people are busy, but then we'll pull it all together, and then you'll see how nice chiropractic is for stress and anxiety.